Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Tuesday, October the 28th. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, actually, a bit of a strange day for me. I'll go into that a little bit later, but let's take a look at a couple of the trades that I did early. Actually, just this one right now, PBCT. So PBCT, I think if you've been following these videos, you'll see that this is obviously one that came on my bounce alerts. Here are all the candles coming down. And I decided to take the trade right here, basically thinking that this is the low. It bounced off 14, the whole number looked like it was going to hold. So I took the trade right here at 14.10. And I exited the first half at 14.24 right there. Watch it get all the way up here. Really thought it might keep going. Unfortunately, it didn't, and I exited the second half at 14.26. But not a bad trade. Some of these trades are very quick, 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes total. And on a $14 stock, it's not a bad percentage return in that short a period of time. So that one worked out pretty well. Now, the next one, this one was very disappointing. INVN. Now, I was alerted to it on this big volume bar here, one of my volume bar alerts, and excuse me. So when I saw this, I thought, okay, let's take a look at this and see if this is going to turn into anything. Now, again, this is a 5-minute chart, so actually on a 2-minute chart, I think that, in fact, let's just see. Actually, if I do that, I might screw up the formatting of these little pointers, so I'm not going to do that. But, definitely this came in, I think, even on a 2-minute chart with this volume. So I was able to wait a little bit just to see if it was going to hold, and it seemed to be holding. So I took the trade at 20.50 and, watch it go down a little bit, 20.40, not the end of the world, and came back up here. And then as it was up here, got to 2060 and thought, okay, maybe now's the time. But see, the volume was decreasing. And as it came back down basically to my buy, I decided to exit it. I thought, this should start moving a lot more quickly after this. And, I just ran out of patience. I mean, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're talking about 35 minutes. So I just thought it should move more quickly. And then, it went down, and then look at this. I mean, it really took off after that. I mean, got as high as 21.24. So from a 20.50 to 21.24, that would have been a great move. And I actually said in the room, I mean, why couldn't we, this is the move I wanted to see here. But, it's just the way it works. Now, the next one, this was the crazy one for me. Trin, or Trinity Industries. Now, I got into the trade right here on a, I was watching this and it was a fairly strong stock. It was up 234, and so I'd watch it come back down, and then as it was moving back up through this area here, I thought I should take the trade. So I took the trade at 36.75, but I actually thought it might be just a scalp. And what happened, you see it went up to 36.95. My brokerage platform disappeared on me right about here, right before this move, and I couldn't access it. And of course, because it went down, the lines were busy. And so I watched it, like everything else. This is not my brokerage platform, of course. So I watched it go down to here, 36.53, not able to trade it. And then finally, let me see. Sorry about that. little alert. Hopefully a good one. And I watch it. I finally got back. I think my platform came back right in this area here. And I thought, okay, not too much damage done. Remember, I'm in at 36.80 and it's down to 36.67. It popped back up, came back down. On this one, when it popped back up again, I decided enough was enough at 36.75. So I took a 5-cent loss on it. And then look what happened. I mean, amazing. So, this is the luck of the draw. I suppose if my platform hadn't have come back until about this time, well, would have made. In fact, this is not showing where it is right now. It's 37.42. So again, here was my buy at 36.75, and here it is now. But again, the luck of the draw. Now, the next one, and this was just a wild card, and I didn't post the oh boy, it's really moving. This could be something that I might have to look at, in the last hour and maybe hold overnight. This is going to have a lot of people looking at it, I think, over the next, certainly tomorrow anyway. They came out with news. You can see right here is the volume pop, and a Matt in our room alerted us to this. And I guess they signed some kind of a Wi-Fi deal with Apple. And so I don't generally take these trades, and I didn't post it because it's just too fast. I mean, and I can't say, well, take the trade here, it's going to go up. I took a little bit here at 631, and I sold at 652, right, Ursha in the same candle, and it came back down, and I was telling everybody though it's starting to curl. And so now we're obviously at the high of the day for it. So this is definitely one to watch tomorrow. That's HIVE. Now, let's see what this one is doing. I'm still in this one. I got it. This one was one of those ones that came on a lifetime high. Excuse me. And so I got into the trade as it. Excuse me. I'm starting to look at these lifetime high trades, and especially if it is over the whole number. So I took the trade at 78.08. Almost stopped myself out. I was going to stop myself if it broke through the whole number, but it got down to 78.03, and it got all the way up to here. Now I notice it's coming back down a little bit, but I'm going to hold it for a little while and just see what happens. I certainly won't let it go below 78.08, my buy, but just have to see what happens on it. So that's it for me today. Actually, the market still has an hour. I'm trying to do these videos a little bit earlier. Then in the last hour, I'm going to try to concentrate on some of these power hour trades and see what I can do on them. If I start to, I haven't been a person who actually trade a lot in the last hour, but if I start to see some things, sorry about that. Going forward, I may delay the video and start posting some of these power hour trades if I do make them. All right, that is it. Hopefully the platform is okay for me tomorrow. It's always a little shocking when you see something like that happen, and it took quite a while for it to come back. Anyway, this is the address to get into the room, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.